Greetings, fellow viewers. This is CJPurplePrincess, and today, welcome to the Gaming Christmas Countdown, Episode 2. And we are back at the workshop, everybody. If you are new, which most of you probably are, I've been working on this build ever since 2018, and we are actually on the final days of this build before this series can finally come to a close. Now today, we are going to be working on something that we practically haven't touched for a really long time, and those are the villages. I built this village myself before the villager update came out, so everything looks absolutely positively empty. We have villagers without a job. Well, the only job that people have are fishermen. An iron golem I didn't even spawn, and we also used to have cats. So my goal for this video today is to expand on that, improve this village, make a few things a little bit better, maybe make some proper freaking roofs, and I also want to make 2 more villages sometime over here and then connect them with roads, which will be interesting. And it'll be all behind the workshop. Like, I'm thinking one across the river, on top of the hill. A lot of ideas pop into my head, but we'll see what this looks like in the future. So this is what I've got so far. There are going to be 3 episodes for 3 changes in this series, this being the first one, and yep, it's going to be about not the workshop, but the villages, which I already showed you. So I guess without further ado, we'll get started. This time I have the replay mod back, and I could have a proper time-lapse that's not just this. So I guess for the sake of you guys that really hate videos like that, such as myself, there you go. And yep, let's just get started. See ya! Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. It took me a few days to actually get this done, but at least it is done. So this town experienced the least amount of changes, I must say. So first of all, we've got a bell, which causes everyone to scatter. And then of course we've got a few new stations. First of all, we've got a farm, because that's one thing I realized we were missing was a farm. We also have this little tent thing for the stone cutter and the grindstone, I think, yeah. And over here we have the place for the smoker and the blast furnace. I also added a little table. There's also windows, and of course all of the houses have roofs. Now it kind of looks proper. The roofs aren't the best. Of course, I had to after this I decided to watch a few videos on proper roof building, and that's where it'll improve, I promise. Another thing I'll add is that pretty much all of the houses have a chest, and also any sort of villager thing. Like, for example, this place has a loom, this place has a cartographer's table, and this place, if you go upstairs, has a brewing stand. And also there's some barrels next to the ice skating rink for the fishermen. But anyway, this place is pretty much set in stone, looks really nice. But another thing that I added was a freaking road system. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna get out here real quick. And so this place is called Nolanriag. It's a really weird name, I know, but then again, all town names are weird. Anyway, let me set the time to night. Lit up by beacons, which look like stars right now, we have a sort of kind of rusty pathway, sort of supposed to look like it's aged. It's not really supposed to be fine and defined. That's kind of boring, and it kind of looks a little weird, so it's just scattered. At least you know where to go, especially with these things. So this is our second town. Let's get in here. Full of brick. I know it can get a little tedious after a while, but full of brick. This is Carmapolplia. This is Carmapolpia, the map capital of the world. First of all, up this hill we have a bell, for obvious reasons. We also have some stairs. We also have sort of just directions. Center of the town. This is basically what this is. This is center of the town. Christmas lights. We have the region-wide map. Yes, there is actually a station for the map. It shows everything. There's the workshop that you all know about. This is the original town. This is Carmapolpia, and this is the third town, which I'll show you in a little bit. These places are also very delicately named. First of all, we have Loom Kaboom by Lexi and Clarkson Cartography. So this is what this house looks like. This is the Clarkson's Cartography store. All of the houses have a complimentary fireplace. These are tables. And we also have a chest. This is one of the smaller houses. We also have this, which is kind of a smaller house. It's for one person, has a table, of course a fireplace. Another unique thing about this village is that usually, like the cartography table and the grindstone and all of that, it's usually inside the home. Well, this time I've decided to make it all outside the home. Kind of like little shops, and then they have their house for particular living. So Loom Kaboom is right over here. We have a few banners that I decorated in my head. It's also made out of mud bricks and normal bricks. And of course, down this path, we have the cartography place. This is where tourists can see the map and also buy one. High tourist spot. It's number one. And this is the town library, something very unique about this town. So this is what it looks like. This is where the librarian sleeps, and there's the lectern if you guys need it. Books all around with some windows and a fireplace. This is where the farm is. It farms potatoes. Then we have Market Capita. This is where most of the markets are. We have Figure 8 Family Market. So what's interesting is that, yes, there are indeed 8 villagers that live in this home. Very cramped space, I admit. But it's the biggest house in the block, so makes sense. But anyway, this is where they work. We have multiple different stations. The smoker, the brewing stand, the cauldron, the smithing table, and the fletching table. We also have the blast furnace. Might notice there was actually 6 in here. The other 2 are for the farm over here, and of course, the fishing place. Finally, we have Carly and Dad's tool shop. Very, very small house. Houses 2 people. We have a few things in here. And this is, of course, the tent in which the grindstone and the stone cutter are. And that's basically the place. I think this is my personal favorite town, it took the longest, of course, but I love how all of the houses have a chimney. It just looks so bursting and full of life. This is definitely the populous town. That's the rich town, if you guys don't understand. This is the populous town, and there's a unique town. I can't wait to show you. The exit towards that town is just this way. Time set to night. And of course, we follow through more street lamps. Ironically, these are not actually redstone lamps. These are just beacons, but still, street lamps, whatever. And here's kind of my least favorite part. Honestly, I don't know how to make diagonal bridges, and this is no exception. This is probably the crappiest bridge I've ever felt. I'm still building it right here. It's okay. It works as a bridge, even though we don't need it, but still, I wanted a bridge. It goes all the way across, and yep, back to the pathway. We are almost, oh crap, we're almost there to the new town. And here we are. We have the final town, Minte Grove. Yes, that's a play on words. Very, 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 very thick forest. Come to realize there's actually no way in. Huh. Alright, here we go. So we have resident home. Take shelter here. So let's just go inside. Everyone should be sleeping. The doors are open for some reason. So if you couldn't tell, this is where all the villagers live. There's an iron golem in here, that's funny. I guess kind of like the security guard. All of them live here. For some reason they have no jobs, but I guess that makes sense. It's hard to go through that forest. But anyway, it's kind of nice. It has lanterns. It's beautifully built, probably one of my best houses. There's chests everywhere, tables everywhere, the whole 9 yards. And of course, we have a couple of bells for this reason. We have a few rules that we need to follow staying in this place. Rule 1. Curfew is at sundown. Do not go outside after because it's incredibly dangerous. Rule 2. Work your respective jobs, to which apparently people have none of. Great. That didn't work. Rule 3. Unemployed live upstairs in the smaller spaces. So basically, there's too many villagers to get all, I think, 13 jobs. So anyone unemployed will live upstairs where there's too small of spaces. That's kind of like the punishment for not working. Brutal, I know. And finally, Rule 4. Sound the alarm for any nearby monsters. For some reason, the bell isn't... Oh, there we go. Oops. Yeah, and that basically causes a panic. Leaving so soon? Be safe. I will. So now when we go outside, we will see a sort of lit forest. And there are actually sort of pathways to many occupations. So we have the lectern over here. Follow this path. And here's the smoker. Here's a stone cutter. Here's where the fletching table is. Here's where the farm is. We grow carrots. This is the barrel. This is the smithing table. Here's the blast furnace. There's the brewing stand, literally just on the ground. There's the loom. Just over here is the cartography table. And finally, all the way over there is the grindstone. I might have missed something, but to be fair, this is kind of a hard place to go across. And since it's just turning to day, let's just go to sleep. Yeah, and now it's day, and people are free to go outside. Curfew is now lifted. And honestly, I think just by looking at this, most people just walk around in here. They don't actually go outside and find a station. That's a mistake on my part. But then again, this makes this the poorest town, hands down. They all live in one home. They don't even work. And they all live in a really cramped forest instead of cutting it down and building more homes. I guess this is the laziest town as well. They just built a giant home and said, what the heck, we're done. I hate this. So yeah, those are the 3 towns that Santa is going to be delivering presents to. We have that town, this town, and that town. Minte Grove, Cartopolopolis, I forgot the name already. Camarpolopolea, thank you. Camarpolpia. And finally we have Nolanriag. It's kind of a weird organized spelling of nostalgia on purpose, except I named it Nolanriag, so people can say Nolan Riag or Nolan Riag or Nolan Riage. Nolan Riage, actually. Nolan Riage. That's crap. I'm obsessing too much over these names. It's kind of hard to see them all at once, but this is basically what it looks like. I have to go to the clouds. Great. So yeah, Nolan Riage, and then we have Cartopolpia, and then finally Minte Grove. All 3 of them right here. Yeah, this is basically what we did. I could have added more, but I was running out of time. I've already recorded 2 other episodes of Gaming Christmas Countdown as of now, so I think we're gonna call it a day. But yeah, we have more projects upcoming, 2 more episodes until this series is over. And let me just get right back to the workshop. Nothing happened to the workshop, we just built some towns, but that's cool because I love this place anyway. The next episode of this will be in 3 days. There's gonna be 2 more collab episodes and then also another series. So we're going to see that first, and we're going to get back to this. So anyway, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like a comment on the bottom. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos of me. Look at my other channel, CJPurplePrincess Vlogs, for even more videos of me, and I'll see you on the next episode. Ciao, this is CJ, signing